And I say buongiorno to my great friend and colleague in Milan, Giorgio Bianchi. How are you, Giorgio?
Buongiorno, Nils. We have to say well, no, in this moment.
Absolutely, absolutely. I see the beautiful background there of your hometown with the Galleria and Duomo, and you know, it's all very quiet in real life now as well.
Yes, it's like that. I'm not far from there because our office just 1 kilometer from the Piazza del Duomo. At the moment, it's not so crowded as usual.
Yeah. You just had an extension. You just had an extension of your lockdown for another how many weeks?
Yes, and then we have to wait till the end of. The beginning of May will be reopened like that, because to be honest, we have some little good news about the situation, especially in the hospital. But to be honest, the situation in Milano, especially in Milan, is not very good at the moment, and we have to wait. It's better for everybody.
Now, we discussed earlier on in our internal meeting an initiative that you started, which is called, you call it the Giro d'Italia, but from a home office. Tell us a little bit about that. How is that working, and what is it all about?
This is an idea. It's not my idea because it was too smart, too nice, and spoke with some clients, and they say why we don't organize something like as a virtual round table. We have to find a way in order to discuss, to stay together. And I say yes, it would be a good idea, but not maybe just one moment, but maybe we can organize a different round table. And the idea was to organize something like you mentioned, the Giro d'Italia is a virtual around around Italy without bike, of course. And the goal is to arrive in Milano, and that will be in the mid of June. And that was the date of the Salone del Mobile was scheduled, and also our event, Hotel and Tourism for Milan, focus on investments and design, was scheduled. And our idea is to organize another virtual event during that period. And we start then last week with this virtual tour, as we call Giro d'Italia. Mm-hmm. And the idea is very simple, is a restart. We have to, in this moment especially, we need to have a very positive approach. It's not easy, to be honest, but we have to think like that. And the goal is how we can restart, because it's not just, it's not a simple way. It's not just open the door and of hotels, but we have to find a good way, a proper way in order to restart. And for that, we decide to involve many of our clients in around Italy, and ask to them and how we can work together in order to find this good restart for Italy.
And you had your first one last week, did you?
Yes, we started last week. We invite 100 people, no more, because our goal was to involve, in some way, all the people are our top clients. And we had 99 attendees. I don't know about
That's the best. That's the best I've ever heard. Invite 100 and have 99 attending. That's fantastic.
Yes, it was incredible. The redemption like that, and it was very incredible, also unbelievable, because we start with 99 people, and we finish after about 1 hour and a half with 97 people.
That's
and
amazing.
That was very good. Yes.
And tell me, what was the outcome? What was the first, or let's talk about a couple of potential outcomes of Operazione Restart. Where do your guests that you had, where do they see the restart happening, and how do they see it happening?
Then, the first step is in order to restart is coming through the finance. It means they need liquidity in order to start in the proper way, because not, as I mentioned before, it's not just open the door, but we have to maybe not to reconstruct, but rethink about our property. Could you imagine about hotels? Could you imagine about distance, social distance? Try to imagine maybe stay an elevator with other people. You cannot do it. Yes, you have to be maybe alone. Could you imagine you in the restaurant? Yes, or during the breakfast in the morning, or maybe the check-in or check-out in the morning. I mean, could be very difficult. And then in this case, of course, I think one of the goals is think about is a new, not layout, but maybe another way, another to think about our product. And this is very important. We have to work together with maybe some partner companies, with projects, with I mean our support, and in order to restart on the proper way.
Right, and I mean 100 people or 99 people is a sizable amount of people. The mood, is it cautiously optimistic, if that's the right word?
Of course, it depends. It depends on different the people that we involved. I mean, the situation, to be honest, especially for small and medium owners, is not very good. It's different for a bigger group, for a real estate fund, for banks, something like that. And I think we need this kind of support coming from, especially from the banks, because if we compare this price respect of the price that we had in 2008, the difference is very simple. This price not coming from the banks, from the financial. I think that they have, in this case, helped all the system, and especially our sector, because we work in, we create something like a matrix, and our sector, it means hospitality and travel, will be, I mean, the sector that, especially now, but also in the future, is very under attack, and especially on profitability, because it will be very complicated to have a profit in the next month, and also in terms of liquidity, as I mentioned to you.
Yeah, liquidity is definitely the issue all over. I mean, we were talking about it the other day about you know, where certain risk factors are being built in and what have you, and we're definitely being penalized in the industry now for that, and it's going to cost more money to get, or it's going to cost more to get the money. Tell me, the staff that you work, our colleagues, how do you keep them motivated? How do you keep them, because they're not in this office that you mentioned close to Piazza Duomo, but they're now in home offices. How do you make sure that Sonia, Elisa, Riccardo, that they all are, you know, fired up to do the work that's still in there, that's still coming in, and also outstanding one?
We have a secret. It's just working. I mean, this is a period that you need to work on projects, and for that I really thank you and all the other colleagues that involve us in projects not only in Italy but especially outside Italy. And this is another way, as I mentioned before, the idea of Tour of Italy or Giro d'Italia was very simple. Generally, we travel a lot during the week, and for us it's quite uncommon to stay home and say, okay, then we have to wait. But I mean, I think we can travel with our mind, and the same is for the work. If we are involved in some projects, and also in a good, very nice project, is also is a good way to approach the life. I mean, if you are busy, if you are not thinking about a bad thing, but you are you're busy, you are involved in a good project. Is a good way to stay together and work together. And I think that we finish, yes, and then we have to be, of course.
And the power of network and working together. And I certainly being thousands of miles away from you, but yet we are we are one team and work together on it. Unfortunately, Giorgio, time has gone already. So I need to say ciao. I need to say buonasera, and wish you a lovely week ahead. And we'll chat very, very soon. Thank you very much, and take care.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.